2008's Lifestyles and Entertainment Compilation. I'm your host, Kayla Smith. We got a chance to go out and find some interesting stories on performers, artists, and people with some interesting occupation in the arts. Here's Alex Young's Creekwater Junkies and Candace Lecca Save the City.
Hi, I'm Alex Young, and today we're going to look at a band called the Creekwater Junkies. From a small town called Cobourg, Ontario. Their sound is a mix of southern rock and classic rock. They got together 3 years ago, and they just had their EP released. Let's check them out.
Well, I'm Bryson Fishhook Emmons, and I play the drums in the Creekwater Junkies.
I'm Mitch Cottonmouth Cumming, and I play the lead guitar.
I'm Matt Cold Cuts Colica. I play bass.
I'm Chris Rietzma, Chris Big Tex Rietzma, and I do lead vocals and play rhythm guitar, and I chew on my hair.
Yeah, I'm the manager for the Creekwater Junkies, these little assholes over here. Actually, I stumbled across these guys about, 3 months ago? Ran into them down. I was actually running a concert, and they were requested by the headlining band to follow suit and, open up for them. It was the Johnstones, and we ended up having a good old time at the show, and they had a great reception. So I ended up talking to the boys a little bit more and moved into more of a management position for them.
Yeah, we pretty much play. I don't know what you'd call it. Hard rock, southern rock, whatever. It's rock something. Rock, hard rock. I don't know. Yeah, rock and roll, that's what we do, you know. This guy at this gig we did in Belleville, he must have had maybe 3 teeth, I don't know, maybe. And you guys have seen the movie Aladdin, and you know that dude that's chained up in the dungeon? That really skinny old man?
That's what he looked like.
He looked just like him, except for, they didn't have cocaine in Aladdin, but I'm pretty sure this guy had some.
So how'd this motley crew get together? What started this band?
We got real drunk one night and woke up and there was a song and a bunch of empty bottles around us, and that's pretty much how it started. It's pretty much it, I guess. I mean, now we just continue to get drunk and wake up with more songs around.
Sometimes I wonder if we actually wrote the songs, or if someone just kind of came over and played a mean joke on us and wrote a bunch of crappy songs. Shixies, song Pixies.
It's booze-fueled rock and roll, man. It's every day. It's not music. It's a lifestyle.
I'm Alex Young, and that was the Creekwater Junkies. Thanks for watching.
Among the many bands in Ontario who are striving to become successful in the music industry, I met Save the City, an alternative rock band from the heart of Newmarket. They're currently recording their EP and can be found at venues all over Toronto, such as the Opera House and Reverb.
We've been jamming together for since grade 6 and 7.
The good thing about this band is everyone in this band has different varieties that they come out of, and when we have band practice, everyone just starts throwing out ideas, and that's how our songs come together. I think this is the best band I've ever been in, for sure.
If I'm at home in my basement just watching TV and think of something, I'll grab my acoustic guitar, then later on show them pretty much on acoustic guitars at band practice.
Most of the time, we jam it out, and then we'll kind of record it, because Harry's got a pretty cool little studio.
We're currently working on our first EP, and we need to get out, build a fan base, I guess, right?
Well, my first show was absolutely terrifying, because all the other band members had played multiple shows, and I went from playing in front of my 4 family members and maybe a couple close relatives to playing a show at the Album Combo where it was absolutely packed, and I was like terrified. And then, but after the first like couple songs, it was fine, and every show now I just love it. I love getting on stage and playing live music in front of people.
Really good drum work, really enjoyed it. The bass was just amazing. Guitars just blended seamlessly.
When we can create something like a new song or just have a moment when we're just rocking out in my basement, it's amazing. I love it. That's my favorite part of being a band.
Save This City. Not only have these boys played at the hottest venues, but they've played with well-known bands such as the Salads and Silverstein. Save This City is working hard towards their dream of being a part of Vans Warped Tour and being the next big thing.
Playing music, good.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Wow, those videos were awesome. We have some creative people here at the CCC. Let's check out Nisha Davis, Mark Church, and Lindsay Barber's video for proof.
Welcome to Lifestyles and Entertainment. I'm at Stuart Everett's house where he and his band, You Left Saving the Planet, are currently practicing for an upcoming show. Let's take a look.
The You Left Saving the Planet project started, I guess, about 3 years ago. I was given a classical guitar, and it was a time in my life where I was separated. I was away for Christmas, and had obviously a lot of anxiety towards just being somewhere where I was in a very uncomfortable surrounding. So I believe that when I was recording Here But Not Found was a reflection of that time in my life.
So stay with me, or they stop the fear around us.
A lot of times there's sort of this reaction of, yeah, your music comes off as being quite sad, but I think that, if you really look into the music and explore the general themes in particular in Here But Not Found, you'll find that there's a strong element of hope. The first song that I made for Tabitha Kane was, I believe it's the 5th track, a song called I Feel Your Fears Too. And that was really the song that sort of kick-started the project and made me realize that I had to sort of work and evolve the ideas that were going on just inside of my head.
So he enlisted me, which is a great honor and honest flattery, because to me he's such a fantastic musician and his ideas are so unique, and I think I really see a great vision for this band, and as long as he continues to push us forward.
But to truly validate what you're doing musically, you need to work with other people, you need to be on a stage, you need to be sharing what you're doing musically in an open and exposed environment. Also having been somebody who's been working on music for about I guess about 10 years, I felt that I had to sort of separate myself for a long time from music and from songwriting to really get a better understanding of where I wanted to go with it. Choosing to like make the project live and to take it into a live environment to me is sort of validating what I've been doing over the past couple of years on the album, because it feels more honest.
You Left Saving the Planet is expected to release their next album sometime early next year. But if you can't wait until then, check out their MySpace page at myspace.com/YouLeftSavingThePlanet. I'm Nisha Davis, and this has been Lifestyles and Entertainment.
Hootie, who's that? It's Stop Dropping Skate, motherfuckers. Straight up from the 416. We gonna kick it live right here. Take it deep, Coco. Jump. Wow.
Hi, I'm Mark Church, and we got another band profile for you today. Today, we have one of Toronto's most favorite ska bands, Stop Dropping Skank.
We were invited into the home of SDS to sit in on one of their weekly rehearsals and to find out more about the band.
Gavin was a drummer, and I knew that. I met Aaron in high school. And I guess they had a knowledge of what ska was. Well, I had no idea what the hell it was. And I guess Aaron's perception was just play as fast as you can.
When I joined this band, I didn't know how to play guitar. I kind of did. I mean, I knew 4 chords on the guitar, and we were all, kids, I guess 16 or 15, and they needed somebody else to play guitar with them and do a little bit of singing, and I was really into ska at the time, so I signed on, and I didn't know how to play guitar.
I wouldn't want to set my standards too high, I guess because realistically it's very tough to make it in the music industry. So I definitely have my fallbacks, but the dream achievement, I guess, is just making a living off doing it.
We get classified as a ska band, because we have horns, but in reality, we're not a ska band.
Ska is very narrow. That's what I found. The kids who come to our shows, who are really like ska, they love us. But it's harder for a band who's labeled as a ska band to attract other people from other genres, because they have this preconceived notion that you don't have anything worthwhile to say, that you're only going to sing about drinking beer and smoking pot, which in some cases is true, but for the most part that's not really the sort of image that we like to portray.
Although SDS's image is important to them, their main focus has been and always will be the music.
All the arguments we have over the music and all the time we spend down here in the basement reworking parts and doing all the crap work, it's worth it in the end, because as soon as you get on stage, it's just awesome. It's unlike anything else, and I think that's a big part of it that keeps me going.
That's all the time we have for today with our special guest, Stop Dropping Skank. As for me, I'm going to go inside and watch the band finish their set, but I'll see you next time on Lifestyles and Entertainment.
They're awesome, and they love to party.
Hi, and welcome to Lifestyle and Entertainment. Today we'll be featuring a woman who, after spending 5 years teaching children music, is now pursuing a career of her own in performance. Let's check her out. Deanna grew up in a very musical family. Her father played the saxophone in a traveling band, her mother was a singer, and her grandmother was a musician. Music has been a part of her life for longer than she can remember.
My household when I was younger was full of music, all kinds, particularly the opera and Italian and Hungarian folk music. So it just has always been in my blood and in my soul.
Deanna studied music at Western University and received a degree in musical arts. While she played in concert bands in school, she joined her first real band only a year ago. They are called the Chick Hammers and the Toolkits. Deanna has spent most of her life playing music and is happy to be able to share the gift of music with her family.
You know, most families sometimes have a family night. We'll have a singing family night instead of like a board game family night. And my mom will play the piano, and my brother will do the little like flute thing. And I'll either sing or dance around like I'm a crazy person. And it's just like one big, huge, like happy family chorus.
One more whale will feed the ice. The winter star was in the sky. The sea was rough, the winds were high.
Deanna feels that music has had a very positive and lasting impact on her life.
Music is elusive and evasive in the way that you can't really describe how it touches you or where it does. It reaches emotions that you can't describe, but I think it has a very powerful healing aspect to it. If I'm feeling blue and I put on a happy song like Walking on Sunshine, Katrina and the Waves, I feel great. If I want to feel down, then I'll put on some sad song and you know, I'll just wallow in my sadness for a while. So I just cannot imagine a world without it.
Keep your eye out for upcoming shows and check out chickhammers.ca for more information.
You know, before I came into this program, I wanted to be a dancer. Well, the people in these videos made by Matt Brown, Chris Reyes, and Kim Smith don't even have to imagine anymore. Come on, let's check them out.
On a dark and gloomy night, most people will stay at home and watch TV. But for one special individual, sitting at home in front of the television is out of the question. For this individual has found a better way to make the best of the situation by heading down to the Dover courthouse to meet with a few close friends and partake in an activity that is both good for the body and good for the mind.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Lifestyles and Entertainment. I'm your host, Matt Brown. In tonight's episode, we'll be taking a look at something many of you have probably never heard of. It's called contact dancing. I've gotten in touch with Rachel Weinstock, who's agreed to let us come and sit in on one of her performances. Let's take a look. After the performance, I decide to ask Rachel what exactly goes through her mind while she's performing.
Basically, it's just how you feel. So you just express how you feel in that moment. And I was just feeling the music. Like the music is all spontaneous and the dance is all spontaneous. So it's just feeling your feelings and expressing them through movement. I first saw it in Australia, and I went to a dance jam, which wasn't this, it was just people dancing by themselves, but they had a few contact dancers there, and I thought it was so beautiful, and I wanted to join, but I was too scared, and then one day I worked up the courage and joined a bunch of dancers together, contacting.
When I do contact, it's a wonderful opportunity for me to explore my own center of gravity so that I can kind of get in tune with other people's centers of gravity. So there's a real, there's a kind of opportunity to have a conversation with someone you may not even know.
Welcome back. That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Tune in next week where we will take a look at contortionists and the way they move their bodies.
Five, 6, 7, 8.
This is Carissa Reyes reporting for Lifestyle and Entertainment. Today we are featuring Jasmine Fife, a 25-year-old dancer from Toronto who has wowed audience in Canada and the United States. She has been featured in Sway magazine in February 2008 as one of their upcoming artists. Let's watch this video and learn more about Jasmine, a dancer who moves to inspire.
Dancing is a form of release for me. I can release emotion into dance. I can release a message through dance, you know, whether that's political, spiritual, personal.
Push around and right, left, right, up and up.
She's very busy because she teaches, she choreographs, she takes dance class, she does so much in one day.
Jasmine is an active participant of Project Dance, an event that will come to Toronto in July 2009. Jasmine was recently cast as a dancer in Umoja, Spirit of Togetherness, a popular South African musical. No one can be more proud than her dad, one of Jasmine's many supporters.
When she came on stage, they announced, well, we have one of your own here from Toronto, and they said, Jasmine, gives me like, yay! Like, it was good.
Even with her busy schedule, Jasmine still puts the community as one of her top priorities. She started Kingdom Movement to steer the children and youths away from the negativities in the city.
Step, pose, change.
As a rising dancer and choreographer, Jasmine wants to stay in Toronto. She refuses to take a bite from the Big Apple and its opportunities. Jasmine is here to stay to help push the children to their fullest potential.
My other company is called As the Spirit Moves, ASM Dance, and I started that one a year ago. That one is a more professional-based company. I have 6 dancers, including myself, so 5 dancers. It's a bit smaller, and that one is for trained dancers. In that company, I'll be looking to do like tours with that company and do outreach work in Toronto and also in other places. You know, give the kids school books, like something like some sort of community service. Because that's just been a vision that's been on my heart.
She is captivating as an individual, as a person, because she is passionate at what she does, and you kind of get captured in that, like, oh wow, you know, like what does she do?
What is Jasmine's main goal as an artist, as a mentor, as a teacher, and as a dancer?
Inspiration, that's really what I feel is very powerful, inspiring people in the art that you do, because I feel like you can be an artist and dance on a stage, or you can be an artist and canvas something, or you can be a poet, but if it's just there, it doesn't really do anything. But if you can do something to inspire someone, even if it's just like me starting Kingdom Movement inspired someone else to start like a dance group, or you know what I mean, even if it's just that small inspiration, I would want to leave back that, you know, that I inspired them in some sort of way with the art that I'm doing.
There you have it, folks. I hope you learned much about Jasmine Fife. Don't forget, Project Dance is coming to Toronto in July 2009 at Yonge and Dundas Square. Be sure to be there. Thank you again for watching, and this is Carissa Reyes for Lifestyle and Entertainment.
Lifestyles. Hi, this is Kim Smith reporting for Lifestyles and Entertainment. Today we're talking to dance team No Limit, who dance to promote violence against Toronto. They're practicing nearby. Let's go take a look.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I go by the name of Shelly or Lady Flea. I first started dancing when I was 4. I started choreographing when I was 10, and I started dancing in a group when I was 12. I've been in very diverse, different groups. I started off dancing in my community, and I kind of outstretched from there. I began dancing with Abby, who's my sister. She's also manager of our group No Limit.
My name is Abby Dionisio, and this is my dance group. We're called No Limit Dance Squad. We've been together for about 5 months now, but as a dancer, I'm an ex-dancer, but I've been dancing since I was young. This is kind of like my outreach program, trying to make a difference in the city with all the violence and stuff. We're trying to bring it back to the olden days where we battled on the dance floor as opposed to on the streets with knives and guns. And instead of that, we're using dance moves and dance routines.
I love dancing. For me, dancing is my life, it's my passion, but I kind of wanted to step back behind the scenes and do something different. So the idea of starting another dance group, this happened in the middle of June. We got a bunch of people that we knew, and we told them to recruit people and see if they were interested. So we came up and we had started a dance group. And our first actual outbreak was July 1st for Canada's Day. We performed for a show called United, a community event. And from there, we were formed. We call ourselves No Limit. And the reason why we call ourselves No Limit, because for us, the sky is a limit to what we can have. The sky is a limit to what we can become and what we can be. And for us, the name No Limit is inspiring. And when people hear that name, they get inspired. We don't even have to really introduce who we are. They just hear the name No Limit and they say, oh, you know, this is a great dance group.
Excellent.
And that was No Limit Dance Group. If you want to check out their next show, it's at Bay and Bloor at Manifesto on November 23rd. I'm Kim Smith reporting for Lifestyles and Entertainment. We'll see you tomorrow.
Third semester student Jess Vanderhelm did her creative piece on a man some call Toronto's Man of Steel. Others just call him Gregory Robinson, a welder. Let's go check him out.
Hey, this is Ali, and I'm Jessica Red here at Robbins Welding Studio in Scarborough. Gregory Robbins is a self-taught artistic welder. It's in his blood. But what would inspire someone to start working with metal? We're here at his studio to get the cold hard facts from Toronto's Man of Steel.
My birth mother, I finally found her after so many years, and she's an artist. My father was in the steel industry, and I had half-brothers that were welders. I had another half-brother that was a photographer, so it's kind of like everybody kind of gelled together. When I got back into my art after like a couple years, it just seemed natural to stay with the welding and use that in my art field. I got to a certain, I think it was like in the late 90s, and no, sorry, it was late 80s, and I went, do you know what? I really have to pursue this and not just play and not just have fun. I can always have fun and make money at it.
Robbins has done several collaborations with other artists, including this piece, done with electrician Craig Beale. While Robbins crafted the shape complete with moire patterns, Craig Beale developed the motorized base.
Greg was the motivator. He's the guy that gets stuff done. He would rather work and make a mistake than just sit there and talk about it.
Robbins has done several pieces with Beale, including False Front and Geothermal. He enjoys working with other artists and creating a sense of community.
We come up with a concept and then it just grows from there. We talk to each other and then a piece develops. I love working with people. I love people. I put on shows, like art shows and so on. I love getting involved. I just feed off people. You know, everybody interprets art different ways because, you know, everybody has their own taste and everything. I think everybody, like, you know, they might be similar in some ways, but artists are always growing and there's things that are happening in their lives that are changing them. So you might be somewhat similar to an artist maybe one year and then, you know, 3 years down the road, you're totally different and you're going in a different direction. So that's one great thing about being an artist. You're always evolving, always. I would say follow your dream and never give up. Don't be scared of anything. If you love what you're doing, it's going to show like through to other people and they're going to love it.
This month, look for Robin's sculpture at the YMCA of Hamilton and Burlington, which recognizes support for the Le Chate family.
That's it for today on LE. See you next week.
Lifestyles and entertainment is about hobbies and jobs. Some people go to work every day like it's a hobby, like Eric Martin's video about a radio host. And some people just do their hobby for fun, like Renee Klein's fashion designer. Let's go check him out. Come on.
And it's a busy one still, Charlie, southbound on the Don Valley Parkway. No relief here. It's busy right off the 404 down to Don Mills. We still have this maintenance crew and it is blocking the right lane. If you're on the South 400.
That was Amber Pay of 1050 Chum. I recently had the opportunity to interview her and asked her about her career and what it's like to work for one of Canada's most famous radio stations. Take a look.
My main job is traffic. I do the afternoon drive traffic reporter. I'm on the air from noon till 7, and I'm on 1050 Chum, Chum FM, and I also do television at Cable Plus 24.
As a radio and TV personality, Amber finds that radio DJs have thicker skin. I spoke with her supervisor and got her opinion on Amber's work ethic.
Never misses a day of work, no matter how sick she is, she's always there.
I've been on the air with a sore throat, I've been on the air with no voice, and it depends on how long the bosses will let you stay on, because nobody can see how sick you look. You know, when you have a flu or you have a cold and you just look rotten and your nose is red and your eyes are running, and nobody sees that when you're on the radio. I think radio people are tougher than the TV people. Having a look at the Gardner Expressway right now, actually, I'm going to take that back because I do see a slow area here. Tuesdays are the worst day in traffic. I think because there's more cars, and a lot of people take Mondays off. By Tuesday, everybody's stressed out, and they know they still have a few more days till the weekend that's coming, and Mondays are good. Tuesdays suck.
Even though the job can be serious sometimes, Amber and her co-workers still know how to have a good time.
Amber thinks she's a really good singer. She sucks.
I'm very good. I am very good. I am a good singer.
She sings along to songs all the time, and because I'm just behind here, really ready to clock her one of these days, it's so bad.
Over troubled water. See, I can sing, Lister Doyle Wood. Everything has its challenges and it's fun, and well, it's always fun here. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of different things. Can't really give you a one top.
Well, that's it for this week's segment. Amber Pay can be listened to on 1050 Chum and seen on CP24 weekdays. Reporting for Lifestyles and Entertainment, I'm Eric Marchin.
How does a fashion designer break into the industry? Well, for Sarah Catalfo, a young fashion designer, she broke into the industry by starting her own business in a small town north of Toronto while she was still in high school.
My name is Sarah Catalfo,
and my clothing line is called Maybe by Sarah Catalfo. And my clothing line has been up and running and developing and growing since 2007. I design dresses for exclusive clients, and I have been since I was 16. I attend school at George Brown College, and I am currently studying fashion management. So I've never studied design, it's all self-taught, and it's just something I'm pursuing myself.
Sarah began making dresses for herself at 16 when she wasn't able to find what she liked in stores. After learning how to sew from her mom, Sarah began making dresses for other people and soon started her own business, Maybe by Sarah Catalfo. She has created custom dresses for several people, including local Toronto artist Lights and international singer Katy Perry. Sarah has also had her designs in fashion shows and hopes to continue with more in the future.
Hi, my name is Carly. I've had the privilege of knowing Sarah for 10 years and got to watch her grow as a fashion designer. She always is working on her dresses. Every time I come downstairs, she's sewing, and I'm so proud. Her work's amazing, and she's got to dress lots of neat people.
I would love to just be a lot more recognized and have my name be recognized all over. I want everyone to be wearing my dresses.
You can see Sarah's dresses on local artist Lights. That's all for today. I'm Renee Klein. Thanks for joining us.
The main source of inspiration comes from the whole concept of being a child and little girls' tea party dresses, but all grown up, and it's just like remembering how much fun it is to wear party dresses. That's what really inspires me, is bright colors and sparkly like cupcakes, and My Little Ponies really inspire me too. So I collect those and I'm constantly looking at them, and it's just really inspiring.
All those stories are motivating and left us with one simple message: never give up on your dreams. I'm Kayla Smith, and thanks for watching Lifestyles and Entertainment. Take care.